Even picking up this pile of journals is a big task. Ugh! There are 7 journals here, and I've never done one of these types of videos before, but this is my lineup for 2024. So let's have a look at what I'm using my journals for next year. I'm Ruby from The Useful Journal. I cannot believe I'm wearing a jumper today because yesterday it was 36 degrees, which is 97 in Fahrenheit, and today it's only like 19-20 degrees, which is about 70 Fahrenheit, something like that. So huge change, ridiculous, but we had a massive cool change overnight, so there you go. Journals help me manage my ADHD by helping me put some order to all the million thoughts that are always buzzing around in my head. They also help me remember details about things I'm doing because having ADHD, I am always doing several things at once, and it's not uncommon for me to put down a project and not come back to it for quite a while. So the journals help me remember where I was at, what I was up to, and what I was doing. For this reason, I have a lot of journals, more than this 7 that you're seeing here that are currently being used. Today, I'm going to take you through the base lineup, and these are the ones I'll be using in 2024 on a daily or weekly basis. So they're the ones that I go to the most often and use all the time. I will do a second video that takes you through my collections journals because, hey, I've got a lot of projects and I use journals to kind of collect all that information together in one place. I would love to hear your comments about the journals I'm using and whether you use similar journals. Some of them are a bit unusual. And yeah, let me know if there's anything you use that I don't. The bullet journal is the most important journal to me, and it's the one I use every day and multiple times per day. I usually use it to record events coming up and task management, and I keep a minimal diary of what's happened each day just so that I can remember what's happened. I also include trackers. The main ones I use are for sleep, the liquids I consume, my exercise and mood, along with a few triggers that I'm monitoring. But I don't follow a traditional bullet journal practice at the moment. I use elements of it and very much am on the more creative side of bullet journaling. I typically take between 6 to 9 months to finish a bullet journal. Because I review journals for my website, the journals I use aren't all a consistent size or page number, so it can really vary in how many months I will spend in each journal. This makes it impossible to plan out journal use from January to December, and while I would love to be able to start a new journal in January, I very rarely do because I also spend a lot of money on my journals and I don't want to waste any of the pages. They're expensive. So I stay in the journal until that journal's finished and then I move on to a new one. So starting at the top of the pile, my current bullet journal is a notebook therapy. It is 176 pages and I have so far managed to get the intro pages plus October, November, December in it. I think there's about 2 months left in it. I'm pretty sure I will finish this one at the end of February. I then plan to use an Archer-Nolif, which I reviewed recently. This one is 192 pages, very similar to the Notebook Therapy in many ways. One of the highest quality journals I own, so very much looking forward to using that one. few more pages. I'm expecting that to last for 6 or 7 months to maybe September. Now, I do have a journal with some spare pages in it, which could take me through to the end of the year. I used this journal leading up to a marriage breakup, and then after the marriage breakup I decided I wanted to start fresh in a new journal. As you can imagine, I'm not super keen to go back to that journal because when you're in a journal you're flicking past old pages, and I don't really want to revisit that just yet. It was a lovely journal and I'm a bit sad that I haven't finished it, but I might go back to it one day. But for the moment, my plan is in September or October to start my Your Bujo journal. I am super excited about this journal because it has 100% recycled paper. I have never had a journal with 100% recycled paper before, so very excited. Check out the review for that one. That's my bullet journals for next year, so 3 of them to get me through the year. For work, I'll be back. I'm not working at the moment, I'm taking a break, but I'll be back at work probably in the first half of next year. And when I'm working, I like to use a digital journal. I've created a planner that works in GoodNotes. I actually sell versions of it on my website, theusefuljournal.com. I like having a digital journal for work because even in my own handwriting, the text is searchable. I've created a template that has hyperlinks. There are monthlies, weeklies, and dailies. I have included a schedule on the side of the daily, which allows me to track tasks or meetings that I've had each day and what time I've spent on certain tasks. I have previously had jobs where I've had billable hours that I've had to keep track of. I also have notes pages, a Kanban, and an Eisenhower template, which are really good productivity tools. I've been using that digital journal now for 2 and a bit years, and it has been the best thing I've ever done. And I love the fact that I'm no longer hunting around for things I've done. It's easy to find. And I also love that I'm not using paper or pen ink. And I still get to enjoy those things at home. So, a bit of a balance there. Another journal I use most days is my Traveller's Journal. This is a Traveller's Company journal, so the original version, I suppose. I've used this journal for a few things. As you can see, my first little booklet just has a lot of little creative spreads. Most recently, I've been using it for morning pages. Morning pages is a part of the Artist's Way, and I'm not really applying it the way it's meant to be. I only do 2 pages a day instead of 3. I started out with 3 and just couldn't keep it up, so I've gone to 2, and I figure it's better to do 2 than not at all. So that's what I do. The Traveller's Journal is great because of the leather cover. It helps it cope with being bashed around a bit. If you're not familiar with morning pages, it's stream of consciousness writing. So basically, you just open the page and you just start writing. And if you can't think of anything to write, you just write, I can't think of anything to write, until you can think of something to write. I've just found it really useful as a bit of a brain dump. So I will definitely be continuing that next year. I'm about to finish one of the booklets and I've got a little bit left in one of the other booklets, so I think I will be able to get to start a new little insert in the new year. I have my mental health journal. This journal is a Marie on Rose journal. It's a 180 GSM journal by Torrin Marie. It's not currently available. I'm hoping that Torrin has another go at releasing a journal because it had a lot of positives about it and I'd really like to see it out again. Plus, it's got her beautiful artwork on the cover. So fingers crossed. The most regular things I record in my mental health journal are definitely my gratitude spread and probably notes from my therapy sessions and any exercises I'm working through or just need to process. I've done pages on what I like about myself, what I want out of life, things like that. So there's a lot of variety in there, but they're all around my mental health. Next, I have my Useful Journal. A couple of years ago, I started my Useful Journal website, theusefuljournal.com, and I have a YouTube channel and I have an Instagram, although I haven't been doing very much on Instagram lately. I was keeping my notes relating to my website and YouTube and all my planning and ideas and things I needed to remember, passwords, all that sort of stuff, companies I used, apps I used, all those sorts of things. I was keeping them in all sorts of places. To save time, I decided to create a journal that covers just my Useful Journal related stuff. And I am using a Leuchtturm Bullet Journal Edition 2 for that. And this one is actually being done in a bullet journal style mostly. I am using an index, I am threading, I have collection pages, and then I just have daily entries, and I use the key that goes with bullet journaling. So it's very minimal. It's just got headings and the text, so it's very much a minimalist bullet journal style. So that is in my Leuchtturm. This is actually a collections type journal, but because I use it every week and really do use it every week, I have included it here because it's one of my regular journals. I have a Scribbles That Matter journal, and in this one I record games I've played. So every week I attend a board games club and we're there for a few hours and we play 2, 3, 4 board games in the night. And I just wanted to record what games I'd played, whether I liked them, how hard they were to set up, how hard they were to learn, were they fun, did I want to play them again, that kind of stuff. So that is what this journal is for. It doesn't really serve a purpose other than a record. I copy the lettering from the games box as my heading and then just use washi tape and some kind of crappy pictures that I print out using my Pooley printer. So that's that one. These 5 journals, well, there's actually 7 when you include the 2 that I'm going to move into later next year, but they form the foundation of my journaling practice. Keep an eye out for the video on my collections journals. I keep a few journals that are a little bit different to the ones you would usually see because they're based on my hobbies and my projects. I use them far less frequently, but they're important to me nonetheless. I'd love to know whether you found this interesting, so please leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to my channel to get the next installment. See ya!